Welcome to part 3 of Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Took some rest from that part 2, hour 2, and immediately starting with part 3, we finished up with huge talents overview. And now we can actually play the game. Let's go. I also checked the video. It's the highest quality available. The previous one, part 2, and I decided to stick with those settings. It's crisp. Really crisp. Way much better than the Twitch quality when I upload on YouTube. Recording is just next level. Okay, where were we? Yes, I spot the game works phenomenally, okay, it really works well, but I did spot small memory leaks in my last 10 minutes of part 2, so once you restart the game, again, it works extremely well. We are at the upper decks on a flagship.
New challenge for me?
And we got a Dex Officer helmet, plus 5% to armor. Benevolence. Can't be equipped by anyone. You need Benevolence Adherent if you want to equip this one. 5% to armor.
Victory awaits!
Escape doesn't work, by the way.
We must act.
Space works, but escape doesn't. Try like this. Still doesn't work. Weird. What if I quick load? Don't know why escape doesn't work. I'll need to keep this, everything that happens in my book, so I can report everything. Still doesn't work. Oh. Okay, not working. Let's see if it's gonna work when I restart the game. Nice and easy. It is beta after all. Getting everything in this book, so I know when it happens. Does it work now? Now it works. Weird.
It's about time.
It looks like a cosmonaut, man. Come on. I think I like it better with this. Give it to Abelard. Yeah, you can look like a cosmonaut.
Follow my lead.
weapons are on the other side. Let's roll.
Victory awaits.
What exploded? The roar of the flames rings in your ears, and the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the raging wall of fire. You are surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming, yet you distinctly hear the sound of footsteps, and then you see the figure walk out of the fire toward you. It's Theodora von Valancius. Her expression is calm, terrifyingly so for someone whose body is engulfed in an inferno. One of her hands is resting on the hilt of her power sword, and the other is raised in an inviting gesture. Are you lost, my heir? Argenta goes as still as a statue, then slowly raises her weapon, an apparition, a sorcerer's apparition, trickery of the warp. Sister, you will lower your weapon. Despite his commanding tone, Abelard does not sound too confident. He's staring at the rogue trader, and you notice a muscle in his cheek twitching. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous. This is impossible. I doubt you're aware of the limits of what is possible, for your worldview is but an iota of what a rogue trader knows and sees, but I can tell that you would like me to share the knowledge with you, that power over reality. Theodora watches you without blinking. Her snake-like gaze almost makes you forget about the fire searing you, leaving burns on your skin. I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide. Your mouth begins to salivate. Each word Theodora speaks is like music to your ears. The entity that now dwells in the deepest recesses of your mind is pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer. And that answer can be nothing other than acceptance. Do not listen to this abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith and step into the flames, the Emperor protects. His fate will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises, nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul. To the void with you, we need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace. The people... Abelard looked back at the coughing and confused people around you. The survivors from the middle decks, we must help the crew, lead them out, find a way around. Over the roaring flames, you hear distant sounds, frightened voices, screams, muffled and distorted, as if there were a body of water between you and them. That's an empty tutorial. It's nothing. It's Imperialis, Hereticus and Benevolencia. How did I say? Imperialist equals racist, Hereticus equals evil, Benevolencia equals good. Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Ed. Idira breaks off and starts coughing violently. Her knees buckle and she looks like she's about to fall. What are we waiting for? Imperialis option, walk through the fire. The Emperor will guide the righteous on their path. Hereticus, accept the offer of help. Deal with the demon. Now you get to pick the option of how your run will look like as a rogue trader. Take my pain away and give me power. Benevolencia, get the people off the bridge. I will not leave my people in harm's way. Benevolencia, we're gonna be good. Let's go with Benevolencia. By the right of blood, you look away and the illusion breaks. The unbearable heat instantly makes your skin burn, and the voices of the people beyond the shroud of smoke grow stronger and hopeful. Once you and your companions rush back, barking orders and guiding the survivors. In your determination, you completely forget about Theodora. And when you turn your head, you see nothing but a billowing fire. We go with Benevolencia. There we go. And can I equip armor now? Because requires benevolencia adherent. Adherent benevolencia. Reputation. No. Career. No. Features. No. Summary. There we go. Benevolencia. Level 1. Conviction. Adherent. We need benevolencia on level 2 to equip the armor. That's how the game works. I love it. It really reminds a lot of Breath of the Righteous. Great. Absolutely great. Can we pass through the fire? Cannot.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Ah, cool. Crash the platform. On that heretic.
The Emperor favors me today.
Ah. Lacks animation, but we're gonna see it on a full release.
None
It just
shall
spawns
stand
in front
my
of you,
way.
man. Whatever, I can imagine what happened, I can imagine. Too late, we're too late. Or perhaps Edeltrad and his escort never made it here, which would be even worse. Or they could be fighting on a bridge as we speak, without us. I can't see what is happening here, the camera needs to rotate. What is this? I don't understand. There's a bridge officer here that I can't see. That needs to get fixed. My lord, I beg your pardon for interrupting. The people are asking for orders. You came back to save us, so now we will follow you through thick and thin. This would be the consequence of your choice with benevolencia. To the bridge. If Edeltrad is there, then he requires immediate assistance. I say, there is one thing that I find most troubling. The Lord Captain Voxcasts. They're still coming in, even though it would make sense for Lady Theodora to be on the bridge right now, at the head of the counter-assault. I feel uneasy. What if the Lord Captain is besieged in her own chambers? With your permission, I suggest that we confirm for ourselves that she's not. We can use the same elevator that Lady Theodora and Mort headed for earlier. Make it to the meeting with the heir. Reach the secret left. So my benevolencia choice practically deleted one part of the quest, and now you need 2-3 runs. Benevolencia, Imperialis, and whatever the hell was the third one. Hereticus. So you need 3 runs to see all available routes in the game, especially here on the ship. The quest says we're still in Prologue, man. No rumors, no orders. Reach the secret left. Theodora Valancia's personal quarters. We never reach whatever the hell the other area is. Edeltrad. Edel something. There should be goods here.
Time.
Fuel and ranged weaponry. Recording is crisp, I guess. Generators come softly. When you draw closer, your skin begins to tingle from static discharges. Fire everywhere. They're fighting.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Need a secret elevator. What's this? I don't know where to go.
Nothing escapes my sight.
Oh, we go. Awareness check. And there's the secret elevator. And more doors and more goods. I love it for the prologue, it's extremely good. Lex mechanic goggles. +3 to logic. And a machine right set. For skill checks. Goggles. You got logic 28. Who's got logic? They're all on 30. You know, with logic. I'm a leader without logic. Makes sense, yeah. Plasma conduits blaze with energy capable of powering a West Void ship. Let's go.
Do you see that?
What awareness? What have you seen? Idira spots a secret door. What secret door? Where?
I won't tolerate weakness.
What have you spotted? This room clearly does not serve as a state room. Generators, machines, and crude wall paneling indicated it's a maintenance module rather than an area for receiving guests. Yo, I can't wait for the full release. I can't wait. You bet I need to pass through the entire alpha, beta, beta 05, everything there is. And then when the full release is out, I'll spoil the entire freaking game for myself. Well, that's life. I'm not allowed to go down, we're allowed only to enter the elevator. Let's go to Theodora's secret chamber. Lord Captain's quarters. That looks likely amazing. Amazing. I love it. We are still in the upper decks.
None shall stand in my way.
Man, looks great. Look at that Oak Trader quarters, eh? How cool is this? That really looks nice. Lots of details. I really like it.
Victory awaits.
A lot of details. There we go. Whatever the hell is gonna happen now. Will Theodora die? She's already dead. Holy shit, she's dead. Holy shit, that's how she died. You don't even know who killed her. Oh.
Follow my
We'll
lead.
never know. A bizarre fragment hung on a trophy board. The light, smooth surface of the object is dotted with dark spots and crumbling holes.
A new challenge for me?
Very nice prologue. 40 awareness DC check. Requires Imperialis. Get a piano organ. Parlor organ seems to have been sitting idle for many years. No one plays this.
It's about time.
Theodora's Rosary. The wearer of this amulet gains a bonus to commerce and lore Imperium checks, equal to their fellowship bonus. My Rosary.
None shall stand
Rules.
in my way.
Rogue Trader's Cloak. Wearer of this cloak gets +5 bonus to fellowship for each enemy in a 2 cells radius. My cloak. Nice. Physics are a bit rough, but it will fall in a full release. It will stick to the body on a full release. Theodora von Valancius.
Duty prevails.
Theodora von Valancius' body is sprawled on a large, blood-drenched desk. The arch-militant's corpse, still clutching a weapon, is lying on the floor by one of the bulkheads. The Sister of Battle surveys the scene, her gaze lingering on the arch-militant body. Emperor, accept thy faithful soul. No! Idira's heart-rending scream shakes the walls. She collapses to her knees, her body shuddering as she weeps. Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing, not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this? Don't worry, Idira. You got a new rogue trader now. Abelard, stunned, takes a few steps forward and leans heavily on the edge of the desk. His eyes are locked on Theodora's body. Lord Captain, who would even dare, unless the threat, Voidweir. Almost certainly he loathed Theodora. I doubt it. Voidweir wished humiliation and suffering upon Theodora, not a swift death. It could have happened in the heat of a battle. Not to mention that Mort was here, and he would have protected Lady Theodora to the last. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The arch-militant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes. Idira sobs and gets up. She glances around, looking lost. I can't look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me. I'll try to see what secrets it holds. Examine Theodora's body, examine the arch-militant's body. Examine Theodora's body. You lean closer to the body. The cause of death is apparent. What ended the rogue trader's life was an out-of-pistol shot, an extraordinarily accurate one at that. Theodora's face bears an expression of surprise. The last emotion she experienced in life. Something on the floor catches your eye. A heap of blood-spattered parchments and scrolls that must have fallen off the desk. As you lean down for a closer look, you notice something else. Small shards of glass scattered on the floor. Idira, would you try touching Theodora? You might be able to see the killer through her eyes. Idira's whole body shudders. It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul, and after what we saw on the officer's desk, I won't risk searching for it in the warp. What do these shards tell you, Idira? She scoops up a handful of shards and clenches them in a fist with such strength that blood starts dripping on the floor. I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer, Lady Theodora and Kunrad. And what is that? She shakes her hand, looking frightened. Something dark, enormous. This glass thing was something nasty, that's for sure. Tainted witchcraft. You cannot tell if Argenta remark is directed at the glass shards or Idira herself. Ah yeah, she hates witchcraft. Inspect the shards by the desk. It is difficult to say what exactly was broken. The object fell on the floor, and that is as much as you can assert. Upon closer examination, the shards appear iridescent rather than completely transparent, as if they've been submerged in promethium, a broad term of combustible fuel in the Imperium of Men. Inspect the papers. Reports, accounts, dispatches. You go over the scroll until you stumble upon a document that is starkly different from the rest. It's a handwritten letter signed with the initials XC and a seal with a symbol that is vaguely familiar to you. Handwritten letter with a seal. Item received. Lore Imperium check succeeded and sends a shiver down your spine. The author of this letter, addressed to Theodora von Valancius, signed it with a seal of one of the Holy Ordos of the Emperor Inquisition, the secret police of the Imperium that relentlessly hunts heretics, Xenas, and other enemies of humanity. Examine the Archmilitant's body. An out-of-pistol shot went straight through Mort's forehead, spraying the floor and furniture around with blood, brain matter, and shards of his skull. The safety on the Archmilitant weapon is off. The killer must have been a split second quicker than he. The Crucible of Battle calls to me once more. Wait, let me see if we can find her. Can't bring her back, let her go. Don't give up so easily, old man. I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a hard one, you. I'll get to the bottom of this, I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, let's come will regret the day they were born. And there goes Theodora. We'll never know what killed her.
Weakness.
But that's the plot. I like it. Then we leveled up again, by the way. Let's blah blah.
I'm always ready.
Leader. They'll go with Carouse. Leader gives an ally additional turn with full action points and movement points. It's your time. Do. This is all we got. This version only contains a limited selection of advancement pots for the leader for the second half of the version content. If you plan on playing this version for 10 plus hours, consider selecting another career. Leaders use their willpower. I can't play as a leader. So I should switch after 10 plus hours in the game. No ranks available to upgrade this career. Abelard. Fighter. Athletics. Daring Breach. Fighter immediately restores all action points and mana points and gains additional fighter agility bonus movement points till the end of the turn. Does not lose movement points. After performing attacks, this turn fighter has no limit on melee weapon attacks. Apply. He did it. We're gonna go with awareness, I guess. I don't know, to be honest. I go with awareness. Summary. The Adept immediately inflicts 1 stack of clue on all enemies in combat. The Adept makes a free attack against the target. It always hits. Until the end of combat, the target gains minus 30% penalty to dodge and 30% penalty to armor. Dismantling attack. Nice. That's a good one. Argenta. Argenta will go with demolition. The soldier gains the ability to make a number of free attacks equal to their weapon's rate of fire, minimum 2, with the cheapest weapon attack ability. Until the end of the turn, the first attack against a new enemy auto deals a crit. Also, the soldier immediately reloads their current weapon. I think we just received ultis. That's how it looks like. Let's roll.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Oh, heretics got a servitor.
Show them no mercy.
A combat servitor. A combat servitor. Heavily damaged. The fresh wound. Let's roll. Son of a bitch.
Just a minor setback.
No.
Time to
That was
prove my
close.
mettle.
That was close.
One fewer target.
Gains movement until the end of turn. No limit on melee. That Servitor is problematic. $57.
My place is at the fore.
Losing all movement points if I decide to do that.
Victory
Endure.
is imminent. It will be done.
Well done. With him.
A tactically sound approach. Indeed.
Holy shit, you tanky as fuck. won't provoke attack of opportunity. I won't. Probably. How freaking tanky combat servitor is.
Suits my purposes.
I'm not interested. At your beck and call.
I expected two, I got one. I wanted to heal up. They takes two. That was bad.
You didn't stand a chance.
Very nice. That one hit shit.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Each strike is a prayer. What of course? On it.
Please survive, Abelard. Please survive. Nice. Now survive the other one. Okay, we're good to go. We're good to go.
Someone else can do this.
No, it's on a cooldown with a charge. You can't spam charge anymore. Yo. Man, I don't like.
It will be done.
Nice.
The healing is much appreciated.
My tactics are flawless. Already done.
Anything else?
Okay. Study.
Will do.
Stupid combat servitor.
Curse you, miscreant!
Oof. Thank God for that. If it's on a cooldown, why
Rather not.
am I not available to do that? What's wrong? It's still under cooldown.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
Weird. Really weird.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. I will do my duty.
Let me see if I can trigger this.
I don't have time for this.
Till the beginning of an external target melee attacks deal bonus damage if the target is under the and he is under the voice of command. It makes attack opportunity against an ejected enemy. So why doesn't it work?
Absolutely not.
Because I can't see you.
Not my specialty.
I don't get it
I'll
now.
pass. I shall not fear.
See if it's gonna work like this.
Absolutely not.
I don't get it, man. Can only target allies that have enemies. Hit them. It is.
I don't have time for this.
And it's not working. Seems weird. Bring it down, that works. That's
It will
clear
be
enough.
done. Target well struck.
And easy. But why is this not working then?
Absolutely not.
If the target is under the voice of command, Abelard is under the voice of command, it immediately makes attack of opportunity against ejected enemy with the lowest remaining wounds. Can only target allies that have enemies. Like, are you bugged?
I don't have
It should
time
work
for
on
this.
Abelard when I click and he needs to whack a Servitor.
Not my specialty.
I'll write this down. Could be a bug. Break the ranks. I gotta work him. We're just gonna shoot.
Nothing I can't do.
At least you hit.
Not a problem for me.
Voice of command.
Rejoice in battle!
Run.
As the Emperor commands, none can escape
Good
the
job.
Emperor's judgment.
A new challenge for me.
Grace of the Oblivious. +5 toughness if their int is less than 35. +5 toughness if int is less than 35. I'm less than 30. No, this is Abelard. Okay, we got an additional toughness. What's the mission? Reach the Void Ship Bridge. We're done with Theodora's room.
Follow my lead.
For now. Void Ship Bridge. What on earth? Oh my god! I know the area. From Alpha. Yet man. Lord War.
An expected result.
Horrific vision is a product of the warp energies that permit the breach.
None shall stand in my way.
Yo, I think the prologue will end now. Very, very soon, if not now. Let's see. What the fuck is this? Elder Trot, who is clutching a bleeding wound on his head, gives you a tormented look. Help has arrived, too late to change the tide, I'm afraid. But if there is any honor in you, we can at least die with dignity and give our lives for the rogue trader. You look dreadful. Theodora von Valancius is dead. I found her. And the Archmilitant in her study. God Emperor preserve us, the rogue trader is dead, the ship has lost her Lord Captain, and the house its head. Elder glances over his shoulder at the defaced bridge, at the countless corpses, at Voidbeer figure looming over the strange writings on the deck. This is the end, we will perish in the warp, along with the Warrant and all of the Dynasty heirs. The enemy of humanity is victorious. I forbid you the very thought of yielding. Only by resigning to your fate will you truly suffer defeat. The ship can still be steered out of the warp, but we must first restore communication between the bridge and the navigator's sanctum. Perhaps the warp does not have to be the end. I forbid you the very thought of yielding. Only by resigning to your fate will you truly suffer defeat. Words worthy of a righteous soul. Save the lofty words for later, will you? Navigator's ready to take the ship out of the warp if we get some help from the bridge. Edeltrad stares at you and his eyes harden with cold resolve. Once more, then we have no right to bow our heads. Look at this snake. They should have called him Kevin Durant. You can see Kunrad Wojtyvir clearly in the gloom of the bridge. He's holding the now familiar, broken. Now familiar. Why twice familiar? Now familiar, broken blades stained with dark drops that seem to have a pearlescent glimmer to them. Curses, whatever Wojtyver is attempting, he's already begun the ritual. We're out of time. Edeltrad bites his knuckle, desperately thinking. Draw your weapon. Wojtyver, you duplicitous cur, the rogue trader's death will be avenged to Edeltrad. That complicates things. To the party, ready your weapons. If we're to die this day, let us die with honor. To the party, ready your weapons. No, to die altogether is to allow the flame of the dynasty to perish in the dark. It will not be like this, not today. Edeltrad lowers his head, then he sighs and locks eyes with you. His gaze cold, haughty and fanatical. I know a way to stop the ritual. It's our only chance. Our chance as House von Valancius, as a rogue trader dynasty. See to it that the void ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm, and farewell. Edeltrad, cursed traitor, time will come when you will bleed for her ladyship Theodora's murder. Remember my words, for they're the vow of he who marches towards his death. Hunrad Wojtyvir. He doesn't know that Theodora is dead. What? Theodora is dead? He stares at you in seemingly genuine bewilderment. That can't be. Not now. I still haven't. Oh my god, we got chaos. And he ran away.
Closed ranks!
I will take you down.
Heretics and chaos. What are you, chaos spawn? That's a tanky chaos spawn. 175 HP, slow. Ballistic and weapon equal. Strength, toughness all up. Perception up. Toxic spurt. Creates a toxic zone. 3 squares. Rending scream. Bleed. Devour. He devours an ally and restores 30% of creature's maximum wounds. In that case, we clear out all of the heretics and then we deal with a chaos spawn. Because that fucking thing heals from heretics. Now let's organize. Argenta. Idira. Abelard. Here we go. Start it up.
Anything else?
One, two, 3. 3 cells radius. 1, 2, 3.
But of course.
There you go. Too bad it can't reach the other one, but this should have been the deal with Idira. These 3. I won't reset, but that's how you win easily.
I've suffered worse.
That's how the thing looks like. Chaos spawn.
All too easy.
Use command. Give momentum.
Right, purposes.
Very, very soon we got the ulti. It's your time. Gives additional turn with full action points and movement points. Very, very soon. And let's shoot this. Holy shit, it screams. That's toxic.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Bleeding. Holy, holy, holy. This is quite disgusting, you know. Quite disgusting. But it's Argenta. Let's
I'll
go
do it.
first. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yo, man.
Power resides in the will of the righteous.
What happened? Why you did not reset this? Make a number of pre-attacks equal to their weapon rate of fire with the cheapest weapons attack ability. It's bugged, that's why. Can I shoot?
I refuse.
I think I can shoot, but it's bugged.
Doubt is for the weak. Human Emperor.
Yeah, it's bloody bugged. What have I done? Why are you playing? What on earth? How did you interrupt my turn? Look at it, she plays again. I need you. First of all, it's great. Argenta. Gray. Single shot. Play. After military excellence heroic act. And go with a screenshot and another one.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Each strike is a prayer.
Go.
As the Emperor commands, I act. None can escape the Emperor's
Go,
judgment.
Argenta, straight
That
up
is
mad.
not the Emperor's will.
Shoot on a run.
I will not.
God damn it, Abelard. Do I provoke attack of opportunity? I can't tell anymore. It's quite bugged. Energy boost. Movement points are increased by 4 for every devoured ally. When did you devour an ally? What the...
Careful.
Yeah, it's got attacks of opportunity. Yeah.
Say, man.
But I couldn't tell if it's got attacks or not. They can no longer participate in combat, cannot be revived. After the combat, a character will wake up and receive a fresh injury. Can be healed with a medkit or by resting at a voice shift. Fine. Oh, it sucks. Holy shit, it sucks. One asshole remaining. And it's my turn.
Nothing I can't.
Argenta.
I'll do it.
Okay. No more heretics.
I refuse.
Suits my purposes.
I dealt quite a lot with a pistol.
Stop mocking me.
No, the Argenta, no. No, the toxic, I'm bleeding. Dash should not provoke, does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Why can't I see where I dash?
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Him.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Where's the Magenta? Where's the Chaos
I'll do it.
Throne?
As the Emperor commands, I
Whack
act.
him. The Adept immediately inflicts 1 stack of clue on all enemies in combat. When it makes a free attack against the target, it always hits until the end of combat. The target gains 30% penalty to dodge and minus 30% penalty to armor.
No can do.
Target is too far. Oh.
If only you knew what awaits
Attack
you.
of opportunity. Man, knockdown. You get the fuck out. It's your time, Argenta.
Incarnate!
Doubt is for the weak. Faith without deeds is worthless. This is why I was chosen.
What did you got now?
That is not the Emperor's will.
Yo, it's fucking stupid. I didn't know it how to react on a hit. Bring it down.
Nothing I can't do.
Argenta versus
This is
Chaos Throne.
unacceptable. I refuse. I'll do it. That is not the Emperor's
Why
will.
don't you work?
This is unacceptable.
Are you empty? Oh, she's empty.
You, my Emperor.
Job,
I
good job.
refuse.
Not a problem for watch and learn.
Okay. That's all okay, now to survive.
I'll live another day.
I need your aegis, oh Emperor.
Argenta! Finish that.
Each strike is a prayer.
God damn, I didn't know with that attack of opportunity. Didn't see attack of opportunity, that's why Abelard went down. But he's fine. We leveled up. I think this was the Prologue boss. That's how it looks like. Find the Master Helmsman. Let's level up.
They say a little bit of humility never hurts anyone. I help others better themselves by wholeheartedly humiliating them at every step.
We're gonna take... Close. We're gonna take Karaos. On Abelard. Oh, he received a talent. Let's... Let's increase charge distance by 3 cells. Sounds nice. And here we're gonna take a weapon skill. No idea. We're going to take intelligence. And we're going to take awareness. And on Argenta, ballistic. Now it's a good question what to do. Enemies gain no bonuses for unarmoring. Increase movement points. Bonus to parry. Flamethrower. Laser weapon. 10 bonus dodge. Power, it will not die. Projectiles plus. Perhaps nimble. I mean, we can always reset though. On a previous video, we went through every single talent in the game. It doesn't matter that much, especially at the prologue, we can always reset. So it's fine. And now.
Victory
Let's see what now. My bridge. Master Helmsman, system status report. Raivor, by the Emperor, is the Seneschal, living and breathing. There's a tricky question. The whole place is so overgrown with foul wickedry. We'll be scrubbing it off with the windscreens for throne knows how long. We need to re-establish the contact with the Navigator Sanct. It's our only chance of escaping from the warp. Your words seem to knock the officers out of their stupor, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors, buckling under the stress. Abelard cuffs the crying officer without even looking. Restore the Vox channel to Navigator's Sanctum, ready the crew, prepare for translation to real space. Abelard pauses for a few seconds before turning to you. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House 1 Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take your place in the ritual that is about to commence. He directs your attention upward to the throne that sits at the apex of a tall staircase. How did you people survive in here? It must have been Providence. It better have been the Emperor's, not someone else's. When they barged in here, the ones with the Master of Whispers, some officers charged them. It wasn't even a fight. I grabbed whoever I could and dragged them behind the cogitators. Then I prayed for a rescue. What must I do? Take the Lord Captain's seat, order the final preparations, wait for the officers to report. Blasted all the void. Translation is a craft, not something to be explained in a tick. Go up to the throne. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. Please hurry. Every second we waste is a terrible risk. I'm ready, begin the ritual. And this is how we became the rogue trader after the prologue. What is this? Edge of Daybreak. A vision of unimaginable wildness appears before your eyes. The flickering image shifts and wavers as if the azure feathered creature is constantly changing while still remaining the same. One of its eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire, the other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. Its voice seems to seep directly into your brain without even reaching your ears. It resonates and merges with the voices that have already dug their foul roots into your consciousness. A moment later, you realize that all the voices are the myriad manifestations of the same call that has finally invaded your mind. Mortal, were you to oppose the very flows of fate? So many threads stretch between you and the other creatures of your world, pitiful, worthless links, ready to shatter at the slightest touch. A muddled, erratic, pointless tangle. Begone, Phantom. The demon peers into you. Your head begins to spin, your stomach turns, and vicious drops slither down your cheeks. The shard of reality drifting through my domain is merely the arena for the one who dare to wide the favor of the gods. The aspirant vow to return with a trophy, to procure that which elevates a mortal above others. a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured and the steps chosen, and yet you broke the unbreakable. The aspirant was defeated and thus gave birth to a new aspirant. Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I see you on the day when the final dawn rises over the metal world. When the gates of the realm of the sorcerer open and set the truth free. I see you at my side on the day I rise again. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility, the thread that will guide you, and the weapon of our return. The demon reaches toward you and sinks a ghostly claw into your chest. A terrible cold binds your body, and a cavalcade of hazy glimpses of a future yet unknown passes before your eyes. A flash of crimson, purple. The images replace one another in a violent kaleidoscope without ever letting you get a proper look at them. The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine. Raver turns around and looks up at you. He hesitates for a few moments and addresses Abelard, who is standing next to you. Seneschal, the navigator's sanctum is silent. The wax signal is stable, which means the navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory along with all of that who died this day. Raver does not look away. He's giving you a hard stare, his white brows furrowed. Seneschal, will you tell us now who is that? Where's the Lord Captain? It takes time for Abelard to respond. You watch as he grits his teeth, unable to bring himself to say anything. Finally, he adjusts his blood-stained coat, straightens and begins to speak. First Officer Abelard Verserian is authorized to inform the officers. It is my greatest regret and indelible sorrow to inform you of the untimely passing of Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius, a rogue trader in the service of the Imperium. May her memory never fade from the annals of her dynasty. After waiting out with first wave of shocked cries, Abelard glances at you and continues, by right of blood succession with the absence of the other kin who could challenge this decision. Say nothing. It is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is us! Von Valancius, the rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade and the title of the rogue trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, Abelard stops short and glares fiercely at the confused officers. Have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord! It's because of his toils that we are still alive. The Seneschal turns to you. He looks at least half a decade older. The deed is done. My apologies, I meant to say, Lord Captain. Prologue ends. I guess. Should be Act 1 now, Chapter 1. We're about to find out. Nice prologue, man, very nice. If it ended. Deep shadows of weariness can be seen on Abelard's face. Through the old officer's eyes are keen, they rake over you from head to toe. He frowns, mutters something, then nods to himself. Well then, your lordship. You cannot help but notice that the Seneschal does not know how to talk to you, or where to begin. His hesitation brings an involuntary smirk to your face, as though someone else entirely is gloating at the old officer's confusion. Seeing your smile, Abelard pulls himself together. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as a Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts had to be filled by the deputy's deputy, while others go unfilled entirely. And now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. How we come to lose so many officers? It appears the pirates were deliberately targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly whom they were looking for and where they could be found, which is unsurprising given that their informant on the board was our own Master of Whispers. What is on the agenda for this meeting? Reports on the condition of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings. But this is a unique situation. I'm still receiving updates from across the ship, and they're not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we're currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, your lordship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge, and they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of their Lord Captain. Wait, Abelard, there is an altogether more pressing problem. I do not wish to be a rogue trader. I'm ready, summon the officers. With a gesture, Abelard raised the orders to the adjutants at the far end. Okay. Is that Pascal? A dozen pairs of eyes bore into you, the expression revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness. Attention, officers, you've been granted an honor. Lord Captain von Valancius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Perhaps you would introduce those present, Abelard. As you wish. Vigdis Suriota of the Toliman line, our new Voxmaster. Voxmaster Vigdis Suriota, it's an honor to serve your lordship. Aboard this vessel you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I'm responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I'm your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain. Beside there is Raivor, the Master Helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain and monitors the void around us to ensure that we do not stray into the asteroid field or a pirate trap. The bearded man with pale, almost transparent skin, large dark circles under his eyes, and a dour expression that seems hardwired into his face gives a sullen nod. Hail, Lord Captain. This here ship is good as home to me, so rest assured she is in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. And lastly, our High Factotum, Janris Tanrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and the general material well-being of the ship. Dressed in an embroidered jacket, the heavy-set man with old hair offers an obsequious smile and bows. It's an honor, your lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standard. In the second row, we have the 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery, the Infernus Master, whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship, and lastly, the Engine Master, servant of the Omnissiah. The 3 officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Engine Master offers a salute resembling a dance involving the complicated manipulation of the old tech priest Mechadendrites. Is that everyone? Unfortunately, our core master, the esteemed Zachary Weiss, head of the Astrophat section, is unable to join us. Powerful sanctioned psyker who can send and receive messages through space using their telepathic abilities. He's in charge of communications with distant star systems. Master Weiss has been in trance for some time now, attempting to contact other planets in von Valancius' protectorate and inform them of Lady Theodora's passing and Kunrad Wojtyvir's treachery. I'll deliver a report to your lordship on the Astropat's progress as soon as it's possible to do so. All others present are adjutants, secretaries, and deputies. They are here to make of a record of proceedings. Oh, give me the report of Infernus Master. I can report that all fires across all decks have now been extinguished. Preliminary damage assessment in terms of material losses and crew casualties has been completed. Results have been submitted to the Seneschal and the High Factotum. The post passed to him after a previous Infernus passing. His next 3 deputies expired in the line of duty. Abelard remarks in a low voice pitched for your ears only. This part, it looks like Abelard is speaking, not narration. Okay, the lad is managing well so far. We can take the heat, so to speak. High factotum, what have you to report? We're toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. I'll personally ensure that all damage or components given to the tech priest's hands for attention that all supplies are replaced. There is only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately this number is confined to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. We'll be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Raikad Minoris. However, the planet, the whole system in fact, belongs to the Winterscale Rogue Trader dynasty. We cannot simply begin to recruit on a planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I'm powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for the Rogue Trader. Especially true given Caligos Winterscale penchant for attacking first and asking questions later, and the kind of thick-skulled thugs he usually installs as governors on his planets. Engine Master, I will hear from you now. Lord Captain, the foes that set upon this noble void ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thank the Omnissiah, but its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger. With great sorrow, I must also report that the chief engine seer, overseer, and spiritual authority of all tech priests on board fell in battle. The Magus was betrayed by the little detestable flesh that remained part of him. A most terrible loss. There is one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals that of the fallen Magus. We require a replacement as soon as possible. Is that Pascal? That's gonna replace him as a Magus. I think it's Pascal. Someone care to translate this. The ship's most senior tech priest, most senior both in rank and experience, is dead. If we do not find a replacement, we will be unable to resolve the problems with the warp engine. Deliver the status report, helmsman. To cut along the story short, the outlook is bleak. Ship's sound, more or less, but without our chief engineer and navigator, who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. If we try to set so much as a toe inside the warp, I don't know what will happen first. Our warp drive being torn to pieces, or all of us melting into the bulkheads. Your lordship, if you will allow me to interject, when we arrived in the system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all the available communication channels in the region. One of them was a Navis Nobilit station, the ancient organization of noble mutant families. Genes allow them to safely guide warp-capable void ships through Immaterium. It might be difficult to persuade them to assign us a new navigator, but we have no other choice, although one detail does concern me. The station has not responded to our messages and appears to be maintaining complete walk silence. I guess that's where we get Cassia as a navigator. And that happens in Act 1. This is the end of Prologue. And I guess we're also gonna get Pascal now. And where's the Space Wolf? A sharp bolt of pain lances through your skull, as if in response to what you just heard, you understand that it is not the God Emperor you should thank for such good fortune. The words of a demon that appeared before you during the translation to real space echo in your mind. I'm the will of the Weaver of Destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. If I were you, I'd grab the chance with both hands, or else you'll soon be eyeing up asteroids to use as your new residence. In slightly less shitty news, we can go around and round this system till our heads are swimming as long as the Prometheum and supplies last. And if any thick-ass grog shit low lives come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out, so don't you worry on that score. Master of Ordnance, do you have anything to report? No, my job's simple, maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told. Just ask anyone. We got no able crew, no Lord Captain. You forget yourself. So what? Comes the officer, hostile and bitter reply. It is as if a dam has burst inside and all his pent-up emotions are rushing out of him. The ship is in ruins, every second officer is dead, and now we got a green Lord Captain who's supposed to lead us to void knows where. Silence! Enforcers, seize the mutineer. Well, there goes one. If only one officer out of the whole lot has fallen to pieces, that's not bad at all. Your lordship, I do humbly apologize on behalf of the entire crew. What do you have us do with the Master of Ordnance? The former Master of Ordnance, I should say. Besides, find a replacement, that is, for we already have one lined up. Benevolencia, stand down, release him. I have no intention of punishing a man for a moment of weakness. Not after the terrible attack we have endured. Executive Imperialis. Experienced Master of Ordnance are few and far between, so for that reason he may remain in post. I leave his punishment at your discretion, Abelard. Go with Benevolencia. He stares unblinkingly at the Master of Ordnance. Sees your sniveling, you disgrace yourself and your entire clan. Enough, hysterics are over, let us resume. The Master of Ordnance stands up, wiping the blood from his broken nose. His face is the picture of shock. What just happened seems to be dawning on him only now, and the knowledge of the fate he so narrowly escaped. To summarize, we have sustained serious losses in crew member and we require a new chief engineer and a navigator. Is this all that is preventing us from continuing the voyage? Precisely, but bear in mind that this will not be the end of our trials. The ship is in need of a serious repairs, which can only be carried out at a footfall, home to the only dockyard in the sector, but we will never reach footfall without first solving these three immediate problems. Footfall is Act 2, solving problems is Act 1, and we just played through Prologue. What can you tell me about the system in which we currently find ourselves? Mistress Tolima. We're in the Raikat star system, and our voyage here was undertaken on the orders of your lordship predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in this system, and our attempts to send vox messages have produced confounding results. The Navy's Nobilis station has not simply failed to answer, it seems to be maintaining total vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid in the system, and Raikat Minoris itself is also not responding to our hails. But what is most alarming is that the augurs have intercepted signals from the surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet. Situation is not very encouraging, but without a navigator, a tech priest, and a new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. Therefore, we must go to the planet and the Navy's Nobilis station and find out what in the void is going on. Dismissed. We got a lot of things to do. Your lordship, there is one other thing. Confidential matter of the utmost importance, Lady Theodora. Your eternally esteemed predecessor brought the ship here to this system for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything, and I should tell you the Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Coronis Expanse. Inquisitor, Lord Inquisitor, leader of the Inquisitors, the hand of the Emperor. Would be honored to the Inquisitor commission. Came across a strange handwritten letter on Theodora's desk. It was signed XC. You are referring to the contents of that note, I presume. Yes, XC, Xavier Calcazar. Lady Theodora was to seek out Lord Inquisitor right-hand man, one Heinrich von Kalox, our new crew member. An interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he's somewhere in this system, that we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, and then deliver him to Footfall in the Furibundus. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult indeed, but an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in the system, either the Navis Nobilate or the Governor of Raikad Minoris, may know something. That is all of it, your lordship. You have a great deal of work ahead of you. It's a mere taste of daily burden of a rogue trader. Soon you must take up the reins of the von Valancius Protectorate. He gives you another scrutinizing look, as if trying to gauge how long you will hold out under this mountain of problems. His face softens slightly, and it seems he is about to offer some words of encouragement. What now? What are these two doing? The Psyker is suffering some ailment or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judged that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Talk with me when you have time, rogue trader. Idira mutant eyes rove over the assembled. One word burst from her lips. Daybreak. Come to your senses, Idira. Damn it, your lordship, here's the thing, I was trying to see the immediate future, and it hit me so hard, my head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way, and I can't make out what it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak, or maybe it's dawn, and it's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell. Cannot extract any information of value from a single word. Can you tell us anything else, Mistress Tlass? Not yet, anyway. The voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. I can't make sense any of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report it. Okay. Breath of the Righteous and Kingmaker vibes. Nothing better. Experiencing it for the first time, even like this in beta. Nothing better. And this is where Prologue, I guess, ends and Chapter 2 starts. Chapter 1, sorry, Chapter 1. This would be the end of Part 3, and I'll be seeing you on Part 4, where we're gonna begin with Chapter 1. Thanks for watching.